Hi, this is Lainey Liberty of RaisingMeRow.com and of ProjectWorldschool.com. I wanted to start out 2015 with a new project, and this project is going to contain a series of short videos that I'm going to make surrounding a subject that I'm extremely passionate about, and that subject is world schooling. I want to start off this series by answering the question, what is world schooling? It's simple. World schooling is engaging within the world, no matter where you are, as if the world was your infinite classroom. Simple. I think the difference between just traveling and world schooling is the intentionality behind it. But I'm going to get into that in just a little bit. The second question I want to answer at the beginning of this series is, who are world schoolers? I'm in contact with a lot of families. I'm the admin of a World Schoolers group on Facebook, and I have a blog that has been running for several years, and so I have a huge community of people that I talk to. But the majority of the people that I'm in contact with are families. But you'll hear in just a little bit, you don't have to have a family with small children in order to be a world schooler. But those with families run the gamut, from those that want to include travel as part of their lifestyle to those that are in the planning stages of actually launching a long-term travel plan, those families that have children that take short trips, and even those families that look at the world as the classroom, that live a conventional lifestyle. You could be enrolled in a school in your home country and still be a world schooler. You could move to another country and be an expat and enroll your children into a school in a foreign country and still be a world schooler. You could be a homeschooler and be a world schooler. You could be an unschooler and be a world schooler. You could be a traveler and be a world schooler. You can be any age and be a world schooler. We believe that learning happens throughout our lives, that we're all lifetime learners. So there isn't anybody in this world that isn't a world schooler. But what we're going to talk about during the series is the intention of incorporating world schooling into a very intentional mode of education. And I'm all inclusive. You can incorporate any mode of learning in addition to world schooling, and I still consider you a world schooler. You can be a world schooler, a homeschooler, an unschooler. You can use any curriculum you wish and still be a world schooler. So I want you to know people of all modalities of intentional learning are welcome here, and I consider you a world schooler, and all ages are welcome as well. Miro and I left the United States in 2009 with the intention of traveling for 1 year. We were intending on traveling with our backpacks from Mexico to Argentina with the intention of going back to the United States and picking up our conventional life where we left off. Well, it's 5.5 years later, and we still have not returned to the United States. And we still haven't made it to Argentina. We're traveling very, very slow. When we first left on our trip, I knew intuitively my son, who was 10 at the time, would learn so much through travel, so much more than 5th grade could ever offer to him. So I had no qualms at all about taking him out of traditional school and traveling for a year. But when we were about 8.5 months into our travels, together my son and I jointly decided that we were going to turn this trip into an infinite lifestyle and travel indefinitely. Together, we discovered that we were learning so much naturally. We were inspired by the world around us, and we pursued interests that we would have never had had we not been traveling, because we were exposed to so many new things. And I believe one of the foundations of world schooling is really being open to everything that's around you. So 5.5 years later, and many changes, we've decided to make this our permanent lifestyle, and we're committed to world schooling. And again, that's the reason why I'm starting this video series as a means of supporting our community of world schoolers. So anyway, that is just a brief overview of our background. And if you'd like to learn more about us, please visit us at raisingmeroad.com, where I actually write a lot about unschooling, world schooling, parenting, travel, our particular interests, and the partnership paradigm. But this series, I'm really just going to focus on ideas surrounding world schooling. So, what can you expect during this new series? Well, every week I'm going to address a new world schooling topic. If you have questions that you want me to answer, please do leave the questions below or send me an email at hello@raisingmeroad.com. In addition, I'm going to include interviews. I'm going to speak with other world schoolers, world schooling families, people that are approaching the topic of world schooling from their own perspective. And potentially in the future, we may add some Google Hangouts. So let me know below if you're interested in participating in one of those. In order to put some context into this series, I want to share with you some of the core beliefs we'll be operating from. There are 5. 1, as human beings, we are wired to learn naturally. 2, learning happens at any age. 3, learning from the world can be the most inspirational way to learn. Number 4, intentional learning is deep and long-lasting. Number 5, learning from within a community creates a stronger and more enriching learning experience. And those are things that we're going to talk about in different degrees throughout this series. So if you have any questions, please leave them below or send us an email at hello@raisingmeroad.com, and we'll address your question in a future episode. We're really excited to be here. I'm really excited to be here with you starting this new series. And I invite you all to see the world as an infinite classroom.